Your client just called and she's furious. The carrier denied her claim. You can hear it in her voice, the betrayal, fear. She trusted you, and right now, she believes that trust was misplaced. Your chest tightens, your mind races to defend. You want to explain the exclusion, correct her misunderstanding, tell her it's not your fault. Every instinct you have is screaming at you to react. Stop. What you do in the next 3 seconds matters more than anything else you'll say in the conversation, more than your technical knowledge, more than your years of experience, more than whether the claim should have been covered. That's where leadership lives. But here's what's happening inside your brain. When you hear something threatening, an angry client, a carrier pulling a submission, a team member accusing you of dropping the ball, your amygdala fires before your prefrontal cortex can actually engage. Neuroscientists call this an amygdala hijack. Your emotional brain takes the wheel before your rational brain even knows there's a conversation happening. Every human being on the planet's wired this way. But the difference between leaders who build trust under pressure and leaders who destroy it isn't that they feel less. It's that they've trained to pause. Viktor Frankl wrote, "Between stimulus and response, there's a space. And in that space is our freedom and our power to choose our response." And in insurance, that space is about 3 seconds, and most of us blow right past it. So how do you train to pause? 3 techniques. All of them work. Pick the one that fits how you operate. First, the physical reset. One slow breath before you respond to anything emotionally charged. Not a dramatic deep breath, just one deliberate exhale. It sounds simple because it is. It works because it gives your prefrontal cortex time to come online. Second, the clarifying question. When your body's telling you to defend, ask a question instead. Help me understand what's happening from your side. That single sentence buys you 10 seconds of processing time, and it tells the other person you're listening. Third, the written draft. For difficult emails, texts, or any written response where you feel heat, write it, walk away, come back in 30 minutes, and then hit the send button. The version you send second is always better than the version you wrote first. Now here's where this connects to something bigger. I use an EQ framework built specifically for client-facing work. 4 steps in order. Skip one and the whole thing falls apart. Now here they are. Acknowledge before you explain. I hear you and I understand why you're upset. Validate before you solve. If I were in your position, I'd feel the same way. Understand before you advise. Before I walk through what I'm seeing on your end, tell me what matters most to you in the moment. And then confirm before you close. I want to make sure we're on the same page about what's happening next. That furious client who called about the denied claim, if your first words are an explanation of the policy exclusion, you've already lost. She doesn't need to understand the exclusion right now. She needs to know you heard her and that you care. The agencies that retain clients through difficult claims aren't always the ones with the superior coverage knowledge. They're the ones who have people who've been trained to pause, acknowledge, and lead with relationship before the technical answer. Here's what I want you to take from this. The pause is not a personality trait. It's not something you're born with. It's a discipline. And like every discipline, it gets stronger with practice. The next time the phone rings and it's a tough one, you got a choice. React or respond. 3 seconds is all you need. Now, if you lead insurance professionals or you are working on a team that is developing professionals, just click the subscribe button for more just like this.